Overheard my wife whisper, "I can cheat all I want. He's too stupid to notice." I acted oblivious, but today she's bawling outside my office realizing what I did. It's weird how your whole life can change because of a simple backyard cookout. Hey everyone, before we dive in, I have a quick favor to ask. If you enjoy content like this, please hit the subscribe button. It's free, supports the channel, and ensures you never miss out on amazing videos. Alright, let's get started. 3 weeks ago, I was grilling burgers in our backyard, thinking about nothing more serious than whether I'd remembered to buy enough beer for everyone. Now I'm sitting here planning how to completely destroy the life my wife built on lies. Let me back up. I'm Lawrence, 35, been married to Christina, 33, for 8 years. We met through mutual friends, had what I thought was a solid marriage. No kids yet, though we'd been talking about it. We both work hard. I run my own construction crew. She sells houses. Nothing fancy, just regular people trying to make it work. That Saturday started normal enough. Christina invited her friend Malene over, plus a few other couples from the neighborhood. I was manning the grill, half listening to everyone's conversations, when I heard Christina and Malene walk around the corner of the house. They couldn't see me because of our storage shed, but I could hear every word crystal clear through the open window. God, Cade is just... Christina's voice had that dreamy quality I hadn't heard in years. Last night was amazing. We snuck out early from that client meeting and went to his place. My hand froze on the spatula. Cade, the new guy at the competing real estate office. I'd met him once at a neighborhood association. Tall guy, always wearing those stupid expensive watches. Malene giggled. "Girl, you're playing with fire. What if Lawrence finds out?" I heard Christina snort. "Please, I can cheat all I want. He's too stupid to notice anything." He actually believed I was at a mortgage seminar last weekend. I was with Cade at that boutique hotel downtown. But what if? Lawrence is clueless. He's so wrapped up in his little construction projects he wouldn't notice if I had "I'm cheating" tattooed on my forehead. Besides, he's simple. Sweet, but simple. Cade gets me. He understands ambition. The burger I was flipping fell into the flames. I barely noticed. "Still, be careful," Malene warned. "Men can surprise you." Christina laughed again. "Not Lawrence. Trust me, I've got this completely under control." They walked away, their voices fading into the general party noise. I stood there, clutching the grill tongue so hard my knuckles went white. 8 years. 8 years, and this is what she really thought of me. I'd love to say I confronted her right there, flipped the grill over, caused a scene, but something clicked in my brain. She thinks I'm stupid. Simple. Fine. Let's work with that. I finished cooking the burgers, handed Christina hers with a smile, played the perfect host, and started planning. Over the next few weeks, I watched. She'd leave for client meetings at odd hours. Her phone was always face down now. She'd changed her passwords, but she didn't know I had access to our shared cloud account. The photos she thought she'd deleted? Still there. The messages with Cade that she'd backed up and removed? Got those too. Last night, she told me she had another seminar this weekend. I smiled, kissed her goodbye, told her I'd miss her. Then I opened my laptop and started compiling everything. The deleted photos, the location history that shows her at Cade's house, the credit card statements from the hotel, the messages where she mocks me to her girlfriends. My sister Bonnie says I should just file for divorce. But that's too easy. Christina thinks I'm simple, stupid. She has no idea what's coming. I've spent 3 weeks building a perfect case, gathering evidence, and setting up the dominoes. Tomorrow, they start falling. I'm not going to do anything illegal. I don't need to. Sometimes the best revenge is just showing people exactly who they really are. Christina is about to learn that simple doesn't mean stupid. Update coming tomorrow. The first domino falls at 9 a.m. Edit, thanks for all the support. To answer some common questions. No, I'm not going to warn Cade. He's a big boy who made his choices. I know exactly what I'm doing. Trust me. Update. First, thank you all for the support on my last post. Things have gotten more intense, and I've been gathering evidence while keeping up the act of being the stupid husband Christina thinks I am. The day after I heard her conversation with Malene, Christina came home late again, claiming she had a work emergency. I just nodded and said, "That sucks, babe. Want me to heat up some leftovers?" She looked almost disappointed that I didn't question her more. That's when I knew I was playing it right. My sister Bonnie has been my rock through this. When I told her what I discovered, she wanted to confront Christina immediately. But I explained my plan, and she understood. "Just don't let this eat you up inside," she warned me. I assured her it wouldn't. I was past the pain and now running on pure determination. Last week, I started noticing Christina taking more private calls in our backyard. Our bedroom window was cracked open, and I could hear her giggling with someone named Cade, the same name I'd heard her mention to Malene at the barbecue. She was getting sloppy, probably thinking I was too dense to pick up on anything. The real kicker came during dinner when she started talking about this amazing new client she was working with. His name is Cade, and he's got some incredible investment properties. She even showed me his business profile photo on her phone. Tall guy, flashy smile, expensive watch. Classic. I just smiled and said, "That's great, honey. More commission for you." She actually rolled her eyes when I looked down at my plate. I've been documenting everything. Screenshots of her location showing her at client meetings that always seem to be at restaurants or hotels. Text messages popping up on her iPad, which syncs with her phone, from Malene asking how her afternoon delight was. Christina's getting cocky. leaving evidence everywhere because she thinks I never check anything. Yesterday, things got heated when I accidentally took her car to get groceries instead of mine. She freaked out. "Why didn't you ask me first?" she screamed. I played dumb. "I thought you said your meetings were all virtual today." Her face went white, then red. Found a receipt from a hotel bar in the cup holder. When I handed it to her, saying, "Oh, you must have dropped this," she snatched it and stormed off, muttering about me messing with her stuff. The best part? I've been slowly moving money into a separate account. Just enough each month to not raise suspicion. Christina hasn't noticed because she's too busy with her booming real estate career to check our finances. The irony is, she keeps bragging to Malene about how she's got me wrapped around her finger. This morning, I overheard another backyard phone call. Christina was laughing with Malene about some weekend plans. "Lawrence is such a pushover. He actually believes I'm going to a real estate seminar in the city." Meanwhile, Cade's booked us the presidential suite. They both cackled like it was the funniest thing ever. Here's where it gets good. I've already booked a room at the same hotel. Not to confront them. I'm way past that. No, this is about gathering the final pieces of evidence I need. Christina thinks she's so clever, but she has no idea what's coming. My lawyer, yeah, I got one, says I'm doing everything right. Documenting, staying calm, playing it smart. The look on Christina's face when she realizes I'm not the idiot she thinks I am. That's going to be priceless. I know some of you might say I should just confront her now, but I'm not about quick satisfaction. This isn't about catching them in the act or causing a scene. This is about methodically dismantling the lie she's built around our marriage. Bonnie checks on me daily, worried I might slip up and reveal what I know. But honestly, playing dumb is easier than I thought. Every time Christina lies to my face, I just remember her words at the barbecue. "He's too stupid to notice." It keeps me focused. The seminar is this weekend. Christina's been extra sweet lately, probably feeling guilty about her plans. This morning, she made my favorite breakfast, talking about how she wishes I could come to the seminar, but it's professionals only. I just kissed her cheek and told her to have fun. The look of relief on her face was almost sad. I'll update again after the weekend. Things are about to get very interesting. Edit, thank you for all the awards and messages. For those asking, yes, I'm documenting everything. No, I'm not going to do anything stupid or illegal. This is about exposing the truth, not revenge, yet. Edit 2, several people have asked about timing. Yes, I have a plan. No, I won't share details yet, but trust me, it's going to be worth the wait. Update 2, well, Reddit, the day finally came. Everything I've been planning these past few months clicked into place, and watching Christina's world crumble was both devastating and satisfying. I know some of you thought I was taking too long, being too careful, but trust me, it was worth the wait. It started yesterday morning. Christina was getting ready for what she thought would be the biggest day of her career. She was supposed to close a deal on 3 properties she'd been working on for months. She was practically floating around the house, talking about how this commission would change everything. If she only knew. I watched her check her makeup one last time in the hallway mirror, straightening that expensive blazer she bought last month. She gave me a quick peck on the cheek, the same way she always did when heading out, the same fake smile, the same "love you, babe." That would be the last time she'd smile at me like that. The moment her car pulled out of the driveway, I opened my laptop and sent 3 emails I'd prepared weeks ago. The first went to her boss, with screenshots of text messages between her and Cade discussing how they used house viewings as cover for their meetups. The second went to her entire client list. Yeah, I had access to that. She used to log into her work email on our shared iPad. The third went to Malene, her supposed best friend. That one included a recording from last week where Christina laughed about how she was playing Malene's husband too, calling him a backup plan. Then I waited. It took exactly 47 minutes before my phone exploded. First came the text from Christina. "Why can't I log into my work email?" I didn't respond. Instead, I watched my phone light up with notifications. Malene was first, calling Christina every name in the book in our neighborhood group chat. Then came the cascade of clients, canceling their contracts. By noon, her boss had called an emergency meeting. Around 2 p.m., Christina burst through our front door. Her mascara was streaked down her face and that perfect blazer was wrinkled. "What did you do?" she screamed, throwing her purse across the room. "My boss just suspended me. My clients are all pulling out. Even the Henderson deal is dead." I looked up from my coffee, calm as could be. "Rough day at work, honey?" "Don't you dare play stupid with me. I know this was you," she shouted, shaking, mascara running down her cheeks. "How did you get those messages? Have you been spying on me?" "Spying?" I laughed. "No, Christina, you just got sloppy. Left your phone unlocked too many times, talked too loudly at parties, trusted the wrong people." I took another sip of coffee. "By the way, Cade folded like a cheap lawn chair when I confronted him last week. Told me everything about your little house tour." She went pale. You talked to Cade?" "Oh yeah, showed him the same evidence I sent to his wife, and his boss too. Guess who's also suspended pending investigation for misuse of company resources?" Christina collapsed onto our couch, the same one where I'd caught her texting him countless times. "You've ruined everything," she whispered. "No, Christina, you did that yourself. I just made sure everyone saw who you really are." I stood up, grabbing my pre-packed bag from behind the couch. "By the way, I've moved all my money to a separate account. The mortgage payment is due next week, And since you insisted on having this place in your name to build your credit, I shrugged. Good luck with that. You can't just leave. She jumped up, grabbing my arm. Where am I supposed to go? What am I supposed to do? I pulled away. Maybe ask Malene. Oh wait, probably not, after she saw those texts about her husband. Her husband, who, by the way, also got some interesting screenshots. She crumpled to the floor, ugly crying now. Not the cute tears she used to manipulate me with, but full-on breakdown sobs. Please, Lawrence, please, we can fix this. I'll do anything. That's the thing, Christina. There's nothing left to fix. I walked to the door, then turned back. Oh, and you might want to check your credit card statement. Seems like someone's been making some questionable purchases at hotels lately. Your boss would probably be interested in those expense reports, too. I walked out, her screams following me down the driveway. My phone was still blowing up. Seems like the neighborhood gossip chain was working overtime. Bonnie, my sister, had already offered me her spare room, but I'd booked a hotel instead. Needed some space to process. Looking at my phone now, I can see Christina's tried calling 47 times. There are texts from her friends, well, former friends, calling her every name in the book. Her boss left a voicemail about a formal review on Monday. Cade's wife posted a public thank you to me on Facebook for exposing them. Was it petty? Maybe. Excessive? Probably. But after 8 years of marriage, after all the lies and manipulation, after hearing her laugh about how stupid I was, I'd say we're even. Edit. Holy, this blew up. Thanks for all the awards and support. To answer some common questions. Yes, I have a lawyer. No, I'm not worried about any legal fallout. Everything I shared was obtained legally and was true. And yes, I'm doing okay. Actually, better than okay. Final update. Quick recap of parts 1 through 3. After overhearing my wife Christina bragging about cheating on me with Cade, I spent months gathering evidence while playing dumb. I've been carefully planning my response, making sure she'd face consequences for her actions. I'm typing this from my new apartment, still processing everything that went down today. The confrontation I'd been planning for months finally happened. And honestly, it was both better and worse than I expected. It started this morning when Christina realized she couldn't access our joint account. I'd moved everything to my new separate account last week, completely legal since I had documentation of her using our joint money to fund her dates with Cade. Her angry text started at 7 a.m. Why can't I buy coffee? What did you do to our account? I ignored them all. Around 10 a.m., she burst into my workplace, mascara running down her face. Lawrence, what the hell is going on? She screamed across the shop floor. My employees quickly made themselves scarce. They'd known what was coming. I calmly led her to my office, closed the door, and played the recording from the barbecue 3 months ago. I can cheat all I want. He's too stupid to notice. Her own voice, followed by her giggling with Malene about her hot side piece, Cade. The color drained from her face. You knew? Sit down, I said, pulling out a folder. We're going to talk about how you've been using our joint account to fund your little dates at the Riverside Hotel. $240 for dinner last Thursday. Must have been fancy. I can explain, she started. Oh, there's more, I cut her off. Let's talk about how you've been bad-mouthing me to all our friends, calling me a clueless idiot while sleeping with Cade behind my back. By the way, Cade's wife found out everything last night. I sent her all the evidence. Christina collapsed into the chair, sobbing. You'll ruin everything, she cried. No, you ruined everything, I replied, staying calm. Here's what's happening. I've already filed for divorce. The house is in my name, so you have until the end of the month to move out. The joint account is empty because I've documented every dollar you spent on your affair. And yes, I've already told everyone in our circle exactly what you did. She launched herself across the desk, screaming and trying to grab the folder. I simply stepped back, watching her wild-eyed desperation. You can't do this to me. I already did. I said, oh, and remember that job recommendation I wrote for your new position? I sent a follow-up email withdrawing it and explaining why. Good luck with that. Christina's face crumpled as reality hit her. Everything she'd built her life on, our home, our social circle, her reputation, was crashing down. She tried bargaining, crying about how she'd change, how it was all a mistake. I just kept replaying her words from the barbecue. Please, she begged. I'll do anything. We can work this out. Like you worked it out with Cade in our bed? I asked, pulling out pictures from our home security camera. The bed I bought last year when you said your back was hurting. She went crazy then, screaming about how I'd trapped her, how I was cruel for letting her think she was getting away with it. Security had to escort her out as she yelled about how I'd ruined her life. The best part? Malene, her supposed best friend, threw her under the bus immediately when confronted. Turns out, Christina had been sleeping with Malene's ex too. The whole friend group has imploded, with everyone taking sides and spilling secrets. Now Christina is staying with her mom, who called to yell at me but shut up real quick when I played that barbecue recording. Her affair partner Cade's marriage is over, and his wife is out for blood. The karma is real. I won't lie, part of me hurts, seeing Christina destroyed like this. 8 years of marriage don't just disappear. But every time I start feeling guilty, I remember her laughing about how stupid I was, how she could do whatever she wanted because I'd never figure it out. My sister Bonnie just called to check on me. She's been my rock through all this, helping me plan everything. You gave her exactly what she deserved, she said. Don't you dare feel guilty. The aftermath is still unfolding. Christina's been calling nonstop from different numbers since she realized I blocked her. Her last text said I'd regret being so heartless. I just sent back the audio clip of her barbecue conversation again. Some might say I went too far, that I could have just divorced her quietly. But she didn't just cheat. She reveled in humiliating me, in thinking she'd fooled me. She turned our friends against me with lies while playing the perfect wife. The way I see it, she earned every bit of this. I'm not proud of everything I did, but I'm not sorry either. Sometimes the best revenge is just making sure everyone sees the truth about who someone really is. And Christina? Last I heard, she's frantically trying to find an apartment she can afford on just her income, now that she can't access our joint account anymore. Turns out planning your future around your husband being a clueless idiot isn't such a smart move after all.